Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, James. So I thought I would play another session with Linda Brown. So let me cue that up, and that's what we will do today. But the hip is improving.
Jim's got on a great shirt today.
And the other side. reverse. And shoe circles. And reverse. And pink circles. And reverse. And reverse. And pull the boat. And reverse. Or block. I'm not supposed to say reverse anymore. Block. Okay, you can put away your sticks. Head turns. And center, and right ear up. And relax, and left ear up. And relax, and right ear again. And relax, and left ear again. And relax back to center. Cross the hands on the chest. Raise the chin. And relax. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax. Cross the hands on the chest again. Raise the chin. And relax. Drop the chin to the chest. Tuck it in and raise the back of the neck. And relax back to center. Head rolls. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal wave. And reverse. And good. And the qua. I bicycle the qua. And shoulders. And good. And the windmill. And good. And squats, starting on the left leg. And then the right leg. And the left leg again. And the right leg again. And prayer position. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment. Okay, so we have been slowly learning the 8 exercises we do for the Fang Zung Gong series, the Make Relax series. And we've learned the first 2. Today we're going to learn the 3rd one. Maybe tomorrow we won't learn a new one, we'll just practice those 3. All right? So the 3rd move is called bear, like an animal. Bear raises his paws, and it looks like this. It's very simple. Okay, so here's the secret about what to do and how to do it. It's in some ways it's actually similar to the second move. Remember the second move looked like this. All right? And you're doing pong and then on, pong and then on, pong and then on. All right? This is similar in that it's mainly pong and on. However, where you do it is different and how you do it is different. The second move is really about rotating the hips, shoulders and the hips together. All right? And when you shift your weight, it means your whole right side is spinning, your whole left side is spinning, rotating. However, this one is a little different. Instead of staying down low and kind of rotating around the hips, right, it actually goes all the way up to your nose, and it's on your center line, not over at your shoulder or in line with your hips, but all the way to the center line. Pong, and then press down
Hi.
on, and pong, and on, and pong, and on, and pong, and on. Barbara, is there a problem?
No, somebody came home and I hollered, so I'm out of nothing's wrong. I'm
Okay.
going to turn off my audio.
All right, we'll just continue with this then. So let's we'll do a set of 7 here. While we're doing this, watch inside your body and see if you can see what's happening. All right? And then we'll explain what's supposed to be happening and you can practice that. All right? So I'll give you a hint. We'll do another set. Then I'm going to ask and see what you think. When you come up, you're doing something inside the core of the body. And it doesn't matter if it's on the right side, it doesn't matter if it's on the left side. You're doing the same thing, one on the right, one on the left. When it goes down, you're doing something inside the core of the body. It's not the same thing. In a sense, you can say it's the opposite, right? So there's one, and here's the other. See if you can feel inside what the difference is. Because it's not something that you make up, it's something that your body's just doing naturally. And then, when you do both sides, they're happening on the opposites, right? So, the right hand is going down and something is happening, the left hand is coming up and something different is happening. Let your weight shift naturally, right and left. The weight shift will help you understand what's going on in the core. Okay, any thoughts?
It's something that we used to talk about a lot called shearing.
There is, absolutely there's shearing going on.
I was feeling that shearing.
Now, Annie's way ahead of you guys because she's been doing this for years. So she's talking about something called shearing. And it's actually a much more advanced answer to the question that I just posed. But essentially it's shearing like the tines of a scissors. And the way they work is to shear against each other. You're shearing the right side against the left side, and that is true. You are doing that, and you can feel it. It's almost like there's an invisible plate between the left and right side of your bodies, and you're rubbing each of these, all right? Now you notice I've got my palms faced toward each other so I can rub on that invisible mirror. This is similar to that, similar but different, right? Because I've got my palms like bear paws, they're called, right? 1, 2, something going on this side, something going on this side. All right, I won't keep you in suspense. I'll tell you, and then I'll ask you if you had guessed it. The reason this is an important point to make is not because of this exercise. It's because the same point, the same principle will show up in every exercise, and not just in Qigong, but also in Tai Chi. So it's about activating the single largest joint in the body, which is kind of an invisible joint. In the West, it's called the thoracic hinge joint. All right, so between the thorax, the chest, and the abdomen, there's a joint. Well, what they're really talking about, of course, is your spine. But you can close your spine or you can open your spine. Close your spine, open your spine. All right? Open your spine. Close your spine. Open your spine. Close and open. 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 So you're doing them both at the same time, which should clue you in. You actually have two bodies, a right side and a left side, and they're essentially mirror images of each other. You can open on one side while you're closing on the other. You can open on the left side while you close on the right side. You can close on the left side while you open on the right side. Now, there's a couple of acupuncture points, which if you pay a little attention to them, can help you with this exercise. And with all the exercises, which is all the exercises, that engage the thoracic hinge joint. Now, in the West, we call it the thoracic hinge joint, and actually, they also do in the East, too. However, I don't like that metaphor. Although I've got a hinge here to illustrate it, right? Your chest and your stomach can fold. They actually use the word in Chinese, 吃爹. 吃爹 means to stack and fold laundry, right? To stack and fold. Okay, that's the hinge joint metaphor. And yeah, it's a decent metaphor. However, it's an old metaphor. I want a new one, right? It's like a piston, right? It's a piston that comes up into the chest, into the white point here, the Tanzhuang, center chest acupuncture point, and then drops back down into the Mingmen. And it comes up, and it drops down. And it comes up, and it drops down. Another way to look at this, and it's a very interesting way to practice either Qigong or Tai Chi, is your abdomen is like a big ball. Your chest is like a big ball. Those two big balls can separate, or they can come back together. Separate, come back together. Separate, come back together. Separating is called opening. Coming back together is called closing. This activates the largest joint in the body and the strongest joint in the body, but it's a joint that we don't think of much because we don't see it. Right? But you wanna activate this both in order to do real Tai Chi and Qigong, and also to exercise the spine and to move the cerebral spinal fluid. Just that pumping action will really move the fluid in the spinal canal. So, all right, we could do both hands together. Come both hands up into the center chest, the Tanzhuang. All right, and now, sink down into the Danqian. Up into the Tanzhuang. Down into the Danqian. Up into the Tanzhuang. Down into the Danqian. I hope it's obvious here. You have to use your mind to do this. Your mind and your chi are the same thing. However, they're two sides to a coin. All right? There's your mind, there's your chi. There's your mind, there's your chi. They're the same thing, and yet they're different. Like yin and yang themselves, they're opposites, but they're complementary opposites. You can't have one without the other. If you want to move your chi, you have to move your mind. Center chest, Danqian. Center chest, Danqian. Center chest, Danqian. Center chest, Danqian. You've probably heard of both Tai Chi and Qigong described as moving meditation. This is what they mean. It's not the kind of meditation where you just sit there and you just bliss out. It's a contemplative meditation. You have to be guiding your chi with your mind through all this. Your mind should be very relaxed but very active, right? So this exercise is a slightly simpler version than both up at the same time. Your right side is coming up. Now your right side is dropping, but your left side is coming up. So the left side is in the Tanzhuang, but the right side is in the Danqian. Now the right side is in the Tanjong, center chest. The left side is down.
I also feel,
Boom. So if you remember, that was from a series we did in at the beginning of 2024, I think. So 2 years ago now we did that. Um, anyway, I'm gonna post that whole series is actually up on the YouTube website, but I'm gonna post it separately on a Qigong oriented website. Anyway, we can finish that up tomorrow morning or whatever. But I was kind of listening to it, and I thought I was really quite brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed that. All right, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good day. Ciao.